今集終於講加5分嘅 CCL 試啦，咁我會以英文講解嘅，因為 CCL 試實在太多嘢要提點大家啦，所以之後呢會有一系列嘅 CCL 試嘅短片。咁如果鍾意呢條片嘅，記得俾個 like 我啦。如果想收到我新片嘅通知，訂閱我嘅頻道，打開個鐘仔，撳埋個柯。In this episode, I will introduce Credentialed Community Language CCL test by going through the webpage with you. I will point out some essential information and tell you some extra information as well, so that you can have a thorough understanding of the test. Later on, the test format and content will be discussed, and I will also show you how to download the practice materials so that you can try it for yourself. Finally, the application procedure will be shown, and you will know approximately how long does it take for you to schedule your test. This is the web page of the points table of the Department of Home Affairs. It shows that you can get extra 5 points if you pass the CCL test. Click here, you can go to the web page of the National Accreditation Authority for Translators and Interpreters, which is always known as NAATI and NAATI. This is the authority which organized the CCL test. I've put these two website addresses in the description below. Once you are in this NAATI website, under this Our Services, you can find CCL testing. Click here. On this page, you can find all the details about the CCL test. The language abilities required for the test is at the community level. In my opinion, this community level is roughly equal to competent English, that is IELTS level 6 or even lower. Because of COVID-19, NAATI started to deliver the test online early this year. In order to run the test online smoothly, candidates must prepare reliable internet connection and appropriate device. If there is a connectivity issue and the test cannot proceed, you will be given the chance to select another test date, but the reschedule will take some time. The test consists of 2 dialogue recordings. Each dialogue represents a conversation between a native English speaker and a native language other than English speaker. I think for the most Hong Kong people, they will pick Cantonese. Each dialogue is approximately 300 words, with about half in English and half in the Lot. And for the candidates from Hong Kong, your work is to translate the English into Cantonese and translate the Cantonese into English. Next, let's see the topics covered. As I mentioned, the language abilities requirement is not so high for the CCL test, and the dialogues used will reflect real-life situation in Australian society. The common problem for the overseas candidate is that they are not familiar with the words used in Australia. Take an example in the topic of education. We call it public school for the institution teaching kids aged 6 to 12, while in Hong Kong we usually call it primary school. Take another example in the topics of social services. Centrelink is the unique terminology used in Australia. In the coming future, I will make some videos talking about the different unique and specific terminology used in Australia. For the assessment and the marking of the test, I will talk about it in the other video. At the bottom of the page, you can find the practice materials. Open here and choose Cantonese, and you can download the free preparation materials. After the practice, you will get a clear picture of the CCL test. Finally, let's see the application procedure. First, you have to register in the customer portal NAATI. Then you will receive an email with a password. With the password, you can log in and make your application for NAATI. After submitting the application, it takes up to 7 business days for the authority to process it. If your application is successful, you can make payment and select a test day. To remind you, the earliest test day available may be 5 to 6 months later due to the high demand. Therefore, if you are interested in taking the CCL test, I recommend you to start the application right now, as it may take half a year for you to get a place in the test. The fee of the test is 800 Australian dollar. 如果呢條片幫到你嘅，請俾個 like 我啊！記得訂閱我嘅頻道啦，打開個鐘仔，撳埋個柯。預祝你哋事事順利，拜拜。